I ran out of broken moves, so today I'm here with Lord Diaphone. Say what's up.
Yo, what is up? LordKnight. I hope you guys are doing well. Wait, the LordKnightians? What do you guys call yourselves?
I'm very Fire Emblem pilled, so the Discord is called The Monastery.
Hope the monastery is doing well. I'm excited to get into some really crappy moves.
Yeah, I really wanted to get you on here because people don't know. I've known you for a while now. I met you back in BBCF. You've played many fighting games. I thought you would have a really unique angle, I think, compared to a lot of not just people I talk to, but just fighting game content creators in general.
I tried to challenge myself because I think the way like moves work, like back in the day, there were a lot more useless moves, right? Because games weren't patched as often. Developers didn't care about balance as much, right? Compared to games nowadays where the games get updates multiple times per year and there's like more of a holistic approach to balance, right? So I tried to challenge myself and pick modern games because I feel like there's less terrible moves in modern games, right?
Oh, okay.
And I want to start off with one very near and dear to my heart, Street Fighter 6, Kimberly's regular teleport, because I literally just lost like 10 MR because of this move. So let me explain. Yeah, so to preface this, I think Kimberly, super sick character. This is actually the best she's been in Street Fighter 6. She's actually feels really strong. I think she's an underrated character, right? So this isn't me like trying to downplay the character or anything. I played ranked for maybe an hour and a half today. I used this move right here once. It was an input error and it lost me the game.
Okay.
So let me explain. She has two teleports. She has this regular teleport, which it looks pretty good. I mean, like she goes into smoke, she has some invincibility frames, and then she has this EX teleport that's a lot better because she comes from the air and she gets to attack from like a unique angle. Also, it's like this move is green, so it looks just like this, and so like people will see the green and they'll think this is coming, and then this comes and then they die, right? So EX teleport, really good move, right? The regular teleport, it has a few issues. It's just really slow. So like you would think like during the smoke that she's just invincible. No, she's like, yeah, she's fully punishable the whole time. Like it almost never, like I'm trying to like intentionally use the invincibility of the move. It's just, I don't think I can actually, like, yes, technically it has a little bit of invincibility, but like it almost never goes through anything meaningful. The second is moves in Street Fighter 6, they have three different variations, right? So for example, like Kimberly has this elbow move, right? And so there's three versions. There's the light punch, there's the medium punch, and then there's the heavy punch version, right? And they all do different things. They're all for different combos. They all combo after different stuff, right? Teleport, there's only just one version. So it's not like I can like mix you up with like a light teleport that like goes back and medium teleport that like goes in front. They all put you right next to the opponent, right? Which means anytime the opponent sees you teleport, you have all day just to like hit anything. Like it literally doesn't, like you could literally hit any button of your choice and you just get punished counter and then she just dies. It's basically a lose button. Yeah, you just, all right, you just took $3,000 for trying to teleport it. Yes, you can attack out of it, but again, this is like, all right, so this is one of the fastest moves I can do out of it. Let's count the frames. 18 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5.
Because 18 for the teleport to start.
Yeah.
And then you have to like get over there.
Yeah. So
and then recovery.
Yeah. So it has 8 invul frames. That's what this bar here is. You have 8 invul frames. All right, whatever. Plus 7 for the recovery. Plus the startup of the attack. So you actually can't block during the, like for example, if I do this, you see I have 17 recovery frames. So what you're doing is you're canceling the recovery frames early. Yeah. So 39 frames. So basically 2/3 of a second.
Ooh.
Yeah, so charged dust and guilty gear that everyone can react to, that's what, like 28 frames?
28,
yeah, you have like 12 additional frames to react. I guess technically you have to hit a button, so you have like 6 or 7 additional frames to react. You have to literally be asleep at the wheel to fall for this, right? Yeah, and so back to my example, the one time I accidentally use this is, let's say, so Kimberly has her anti-air on crouch heavy punch, right? So this anti-air is actually really good, and you almost always want to use it. For example, you can like do really cheap shit, like you don't know what side that's hitting on when you get the air reset, right? So you almost always want to go for that crouch heavy punch. Well, if you're like just playing neutral like this, I'm just like dancing around, and because the input buffer is so long in this game, if you accidentally teleport, you just die.
Doom.
So like this is me trying to do my anti-air, and yeah, there you go. That's a good example. Yeah, like even though I press down the heavy punch, the input buffer in this game is so long that like you'll just randomly get teleport when you're trying to anti-air. Yeah, that's the one time I used this move today. Really helped me out.
No, it's crazy that she has 3 versions of it and they all do like the same thing and you die for all of them. That's that's like they forgot about the move.
Yeah, I feel like this move could be good if they just like for example, this teleport like left you outside of here. So like if they try to press a button, maybe you can like use it to approach or something. But yeah, I don't know really what they're cooking with this move. I gotta like say the pros as well. Technically, you can use this in combos. Like this works, right? But you can just do this and get like more corner carry, and it does the same damage. So like only bad Kimberlys do this.
Pain.
But technically, that's use. Also, you can do like if you've never seen this before, you're not blocking it.
So okay, that's kind of cheap. That's kind of cheap.
It's cheap.
If you don't know. If you don't know.
Yeah, you lose out on so much damage. Like at least like 700 damage. And like they can still just mash anything and hit you. So but it looks really cool.
Yeah. Literal smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. There's like one practical use in the Dhalsim matchup. If you're really cracked and you can like whiff punch Dhalsim's pokes, you can do that.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's not completely useless, but yeah, you can at least do that.
Yeah, no, I do get it though. It is that main thing of like, it is surprising that there's multiple versions and they all seem to do the same thing and they all have the same weaknesses. Like it's not usually like that. Like usually for the couple of Capcom games I played, okay, maybe like the medium and heavy versions are not good, but like the light and EX ones are or something like that. So no, I get that.
Yeah, it's weird because Capcom, like every other Kimberly move has use. Like this is probably one of her worst moves. Like if I had to not use a move, it'd probably be this. But this is still like pretty useful. For example, like here, like this is if I do counter hit crouch medium punch, like this is the best thing I can cancel it to. I can cancel the light, but I don't get knocked down. And if I cancel the heavy, it doesn't combo. Like moves are specifically designed to have a use. And like that's the use of that move, but it's weird. Like I don't know.
The pain of super awkward moves, right?
So I don't even know why he jumped in here. I'll admit I wasn't ready. I was actually buffering super because I thought he was gonna drive rush cancel that normal, right? So that's why you see my inputs are kind of all over the place. Like I blocked the normal, I input super, and because like it stored my input there. Yeah, wherever. Yeah.
Oh, you're pressing down back too, and yet.
Yeah, I pressed down back, which you shouldn't be like pressing down back and getting a core circle back. I'm looking at this. I have no clue what the how.
You did it like so long ago.
I pressed down all the way over here. You can see the startup of the smoke for the teleport, and yeah, I just got hit.
Capcom, please.
Minus 10 MR. GG's.
Pain.
I won the set though. You gotta include that. I won the set.
I actually wasn't gonna include this first, but just because of what you mentioned with Kimberly, I was going to do this. This is Persona 4 Arena 1, my favorite fighting game of all time. There's 2 characters on screen, obviously. There's Mitsuru, Kirijo, my wife, and Yukiko. It's not Mitsuru we're talking about. It is gonna be this move. Watch this situation. This will make some people very angry. What's about to happen? So I get a knockdown here, and then she DPs, and I do that.
Oh. So what, you like jump cancel, like what is that, like an OS or something, or what's the vibe there?
Yeah, it's an option select. It's an option select, but it's an option select around Yukiko's DP is really bad, and it's a guard point, and it's not like a fast guard point. And there's a couple of DPs in this game, to be fair, to have guard points. You know, Labras has a guard point, and Yukiko's DP is supposed to be like, oh, if you hold it, you can heal. It's Dia, so she can heal if she holds it. So I guess they gave it this weakness. But because it's a guard point, if you do a move that's jump cancelable, you can just jump away. You can react and do reversals through it really easily. Like her guard point is really slow. There is like something about it that makes it activate a little bit faster, but most of the time in a practical match, it like doesn't happen at all. Not only that, I don't do this here, but you can use your persona to like stay far away and like it doesn't hit the persona. Like, it just is really hard to actually use. If you don't play like Arxis games, this just looks like other Arxis. Oh, it happens to be
That's so gross.
Yeah, by the way, she's dead. If you don't play Arxis games, it probably just looks like another Arxis game to you. But Persona has a lot of special rules that other games don't have. So like you can't backdash on wake up in this game unless you're Aegis in Orgia mode, or like if you jump, you can't block for an additional 5 frames after you get out the air, and like there's all these like weird rules. So having these weird defense rules on a zoner with a bad reversal where everyone has a reversal, she just is really bad at getting out of pressure, and her jabs are really slow on top of that too. So she really struggles on defense. Like her reversal being good would help her kit quite a bit, considering all the other weaknesses she has. Like also her anti-air sucks, and like she has all these problems that stack.
I mean, it looks like she would have won that game if she just had a better DP, because like she was cooking you in the corner.
I think they're really scared of the character being good because she has like quote unquote unblockables, and she has really annoying pressure and stuff like that. This is a rare one where it's like I think they were too scared for no reason.
Low tiers have weaknesses, and then they just add additional weaknesses like DP being not good. Yeah, what is like the normal defense? I know there's DP, but like what else can you do? Just like fuzzy jump and stuff? Is it like what's the default option to get out of stuff?
Fuzzy defense is pretty good in this game. This game has a lot of option selects like tech to throw and roll, tech to throw and backdash, tech to throw and jump. Like tech to throw and jump, and your fuzzy jump isn't the air throw. So if they like try to do like shimmy you with a jump,
chase you or something,
air throw them. So like that stuff. But a lot of it you can't do as a reversal. And then fuzzy jump's a little bit weaker because like okay, upside you can air throw into a combo some characters. Downside, you can't block for 5 frames when you jump. So it's like 4 frames jump startup. Plus when they're visibly in the air for a little while, they also can't block. And you can't wake up backdash, so you can't use like backdash throw tech for a while. Kinda gotta like take mix sometimes, but then the mix up's not that extreme. Like not a lot of characters are like straight mix up, especially in like Ultimax. Like this game is like the mix game. Like characters have like mix, but Ultimax like you kind of gotta earn it a little bit because they nerfed a lot of like the easy mix ups that character had in this game.
Good. Zoners don't deserve DPs. I've played against Fairy and Grand Blue with a DP. That is
true.
Never again.
True.
So I actually made a video about this, right? And the whole video was me trying to land this move just once. Against a living opponent. It is so hard, and the move is air to air rock the baby. Now rock the baby, this is a command grab, and like the grounded version is okay. Like against good players you can't really get away with it, but occasionally you want to do it because you know there's like a mental stack component to it, right? Like for example, if they're not looking for this, they can get hit. At a higher level, I was doing this sometimes to like hedge against things like backdash or throw tech, right? Yeah, so let's say you do like something like run up rock the baby and they like delay throw tech, right? The throw whiffs and you actually get a punish, right? And it hedges against some other things like backdash, for example. It can catch backdashes too. Ground the rock the baby, not the best, it's okay. Air the ground rock the baby is, in my estimation, a lot worse, right? Because the only time you can really land it, so this is a mistake I see a lot of Bridget players make, where they'll go for air rock the baby after something like this, which it seems pretty good. Like it's a little bit more reactable, but the issue is you're just giving up a 50-50 opportunity, right? Like you're passing up your guaranteed mix-up to go for like a much more gimmicky mix-up, right? Because you can either go, this is overhead, or you can go here and this is low, right? And they hit on the same frame, you can't fuzzy it. So like I'd never use that move, but you know, technically it's at least you go online, you can hit it right away. Now the terrible version is air rock the baby, and I only know if I can hit this in trading mode. I'm gonna keep it real. This looks like it should hit, but it must have like absolutely zero hitbox. I somehow managed to hit it there. There we go. Not only is like air throw way quicker, way easier. So I can air throw this on reaction like this. I can also 6P, you know, like very basic Guilty Gear stuff. Like if I try to air rock the baby on reaction, I'm just gonna counter hit, right? So you have to do it as a read, but like in what situation would you ever read the jump that you can read it in like so many more impactful ways, right? Like if you think they're gonna like jump on wake up, then you just hit them with a meaty, right? So I'm gonna go for a air rock the baby call out. Like it's useless. It's actually useless. I've only ever landed this in a match once, and it was for the special challenge, and it literally took me like 30 minutes to do. So yeah, this move is complete trash. Never do it. Kind of like the Kimberly example. Like the couple times I've actually done it, I've done it on accident and I've died for it.
So there's a couple of things with this move, no? So like one, for starters, I mained this game, and I didn't know it worked like that when you did it that high. I thought she jumped all the way to the ground when she did it always. Because people are always...
You have to hold the button to do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know there was one where, like, she grabs the air.
Yeah.
Because two... Talking about downplay, there's this like discussion that happens once every like couple of months of what's the worst move in Guilty Gear Strive. Two of the top picks are Sin's Still Eating.
Oh, that one's bad too.
Jacko's Minion Bomb Explosion, and I think this is worse.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to use it.
Because okay, let's say Sin's Still Eating is bad because it's a joke move, right? You get a random little buff, you know. You get like sometimes you get like a reward that you could use, sometimes you don't, right? Whatever.
Yeah. And like you get for free, like in certain like wall break setups, right? Like you can do it risk free. Yeah.
And Jacko, there's like setups with the bot. I mean, you could always choose to do other stuff, but like there's setups with it, right? Where this, it's like no setup really, and then I think if you don't play Bridget, you don't even know that move is in the game.
Yeah.
I legit did not know that happened ever. Yeah. I always thought she jumped all the way to the ground, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, like that's not great. I mean, honestly, saying that's not great is an understatement. It's not good at all. But like, okay, it makes sense. She gets all the way down, she grabs you. But like, I'm curious how many people, let me know in the comments, knew that version was in the game and you don't play Bridget.
Look at this too. Like this, it's just like, it looks non-functioning. Like she just goes right through your body.
There's probably some like silly RC thing where you go flying with it though, to be fair.
No, we haven't found one.
No?
Maybe, yeah, list it down in the comments, but no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
This is like a frame perfect, like, but if you like do it the right height, you can like land cancel. So you see how like if you like land this at the you see how I like recover quick. So like I don't know if there's really tech behind it, but like after JS one hit, you can do this, and then wait, you have to do it like lowest to the ground
Later. Yeah.
So like I can like act right out of it, as opposed to like if I did it higher up on the ground, like I'm stuck in recovery.
It's mixed, bro.
Completely useless, but that's kind of cool, I guess.
It's mixed.
Yeah.
Okay, new useless move incoming. You may or may not have played this game before.
Wait, so is this CS or CT?
No, this is CT. You can tell by the art. I'm gonna do a string and tell me if you notice anything odd.
Then combo.
What's that?
Yeah, jab into what 5B or something. Yeah, that just doesn't combo.
Yeah.
That's so cursed. Maybe crouching. Yeah.
Yes. This is gonna be a bit of a self-report, but I played this game in arcade, but I couldn't figure out why it didn't combo sometimes, because the game I only played one fighting game before this. Yeah. So I came from Smash Melee, which doesn't have crouch confirms really.
Right.
And I came from Melty, where stuff just works. Like
everything combos.
Kind of everything combos, right? So I was just like, man, am I missing it? Do I have to like press it like 3 times? I have to do it as space. I just couldn't tell why it comboed sometimes and why it didn't combo other times. And for an anime fighter where, you know, being able to do combos is just important, you know, not having your defensive mash lead into a combo sometimes, especially when the game doesn't tell you, is like, it is so painful. The only thing I could say though about this, that okay, she can't mash and get a combo pure, which is pain. And you know, this is a version of Jin that has like, he can combo his overhead.
Well, that's cheap.
And this is like 19 frames. So sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't. Also she can't DPRC, by the way. She can't do that either. But she can do a meterless combo off her DP if it hits. If it hits, to be fair. But yeah, not having decent. It work with like, also
wait, why is that combo?
Because the stick is down, so her 5B is faster.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I was confused. Yeah. Not only does this work, and then when you have the stick, it doesn't work, but then sometimes it did work, me not knowing crouch confirms. I'm like, but it works sometimes. I just didn't understand. I used to do like this, and I was like, I just could not figure it out. There are probably other examples like this in this game or in games around this time. This thing is kind of rare of like, oh, you don't at least get like a crumb of something off your lights. But like anytime your character has like a major problem with their light, which is usually like the game's like, this is like your fastest response to something, it's a pretty big problem.
So in Street Fighter, this is actually pretty similar, where a lot of characters will, on defense, they'll do jab into medium, which is kind of like what Leichi's doing here, but it only works on counter hit. But the idea is that if you're mashing to like interrupt something, so it'll most likely counter hit, so you just kind of autopilot the string. Is that a thing in this game, or is it something different?
No, it's something different because you're not linking. So it's like, if someone was attacking me, I would reverse the situation with like, just that.
Yeah.
Right? So in the case that it's not like, let's say he does this. I got a counter hit, cool, but if I don't get a counter hit for whatever reason, I'm like smoked. And there's a bunch of reasons why that could happen. Like he could, for example, try to shimmy you with I mean, if you play this game, there's no shimmying, but he could be like this.
They could be like trying to run up throw and you hit him out of the run up or something. Yeah.
You hit him out of the run up, or like
Same
he
thing in
hops
Street
over
Fighter.
it the way he did.
Yeah. So I've seen BlazBlue tournaments, obviously, and Leichi's usually in them, and she's usually doing really well. But she's just like bad in this version, and she got buffed.
She's okay. She's okay in this version. It's funny because I'm working on stuff about the next version, kind of like retrospective stuff.
Yeah.
They buffed her like crazy. They didn't like kind of buff her. They buffed her to like the moon. If she was really bad and they just juiced everything, you'd be like, whoa, they went crazy. But like, you know, she was bad. But like, she's like in a game with, don't get mad, viewers, in a game with a triple S tier character, she's like A tier.
She don't got full screen swords or anything though. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, they add what's called dash moves, right? So they add the dash macro, and this dash macro is really good. Just like in Guilty Gear Strive, you can like dash block, you can back dash, and you can get space a lot easier than just like hitting back, right? Well, the reason they did that is because they add a few different moves, and probably the most complained about move is dash L, and for good reason. It's the best move in the game, right? It's 8-frame startup and +2 on block. You know another move that has very similar frame data? It's pre-patch Soul Far 5S, right?
Yeah.
So this is basically
this +2 thing is like Arxis lore. That's like Soul Far slash dash light. We were talking about Persona. That's it. +2 jab.
Yeah, and so you can imagine like, yeah, it's pretty cheap. Yeah, Zooey even got the Soul JD, right? So most people are using this dash light. But you actually have 2 other dash moves, right? Dash mediums are generally pretty useful as like a round closer, or like, so for example, Zoe's is an overhead, and it's pretty quick, and also like it's pretty safe too, right? So if they block it, like this thing has like pretty good range, and it's completely safe from this range, right? So it's pretty decent as like a, you know, let me surprise you once in a while, or kind of like the Bridget example, like this can be used to like bait throws, right? So it's pretty decent. Zoe's dash H is actually one of the best dash moves in the game. Now, it doesn't look that impressive, and it's actually unsafe on block against most characters. Actually, funny enough, I picked Grimner. Like, Grimner can't punish this. There's like 4 characters in the game that can't punish it, and the reason you spam this against them is this little line at the left that says armor. And let me see if I can, yeah. And you actually get like really good damage off of it, right? So after like 20%, if you're in the corner, you can get more. I think there's actually more optimal combos. I just forget them with Zooey. But regardless, the point is like this move's actually good. Now take Grimner, for example, right? You have a dash L. All the dash L's are the same, basically. There's some slight variation, but they're all +2. Dash medium, again, just like Zoe's, it's a really quick overhead. It's actually quicker than Zoe's. Like, you're not blocking this on reaction, right? Dash H, for whatever reason, half the cast has like the most garbage dash H's in the game. I never use this move. There's no reason to ever use this move, right? So if you had the option between a faster move that's plus on block or a slower move that's minus on block, which would you choose? Oh, well, Diaphone, that's not a fair comparison. I'm sure the slow move gets you like a bunch of damage or something like that, right? Dash H, I got 1200 damage. Dash L, that wasn't optimal, but you get the idea. That did like 5k.
You can't combo with a dash H?
No.
Why?
They're garbage.
Is it bigger or something?
I mean, the idea is that like this reaches from round start, this doesn't, but all you have to do is like dash a little bit more and it's still quicker. And then you reach from round, like you reach from the dash H range. Like you might think, oh, on counter hit, it's probably like better, right? Yeah, because yeah, technically you can get really good. They actually buffed this, so before you used not to be able to get this, but still, it's like, why would I ever do a move where it leads into pretty similar damage? I don't even know the conversion for
Astros,
this.
right?
Yeah. So you get a little bit extra damage, but it's not that significant, right? Like you get a little bit extra damage for a move that's slower, easier to hit out of, and minus you literally just lose your turn on block, right? And losing your turn on block is like really scary in this game, because if they do this, then I just, all right, have fun, bro. My third example is just some of these dash H's are just god awful. And it's not just Grimnir. There's some that like you just never use because there's no point.
Like a universal, you would think just that it's slower so that they would give you something more. I think, and many characters more, especially. It's kind of, I mean, odd is an understatement.
Yeah.
I think, but like, what do you think you should do with moves like this?
I think this move would be fine if it like it maybe gave you a combo on hit, and maybe it had like more disjoint or something, right? Like it's not like it's like you could hit him out really easy, right? So like either you give it like more disjoint, or like you make it so you get like a regular like a regular combo on hit. Even then I probably wouldn't even use it because it's minus, right? And and my dash L gives me a combo and it's plus. So I really don't know. They've actually been buffing these. So let me show you an example. Like Anila is like, her dash H used to be god awful, and now it's actually like one of the stronger dash H's, because this used to be always punishable, and now like it has crazy pushback. If this counter hits, you get like a big fat combo. So like not only is this like way more disjointed than Grimnir's, because like obviously like this she just kind of like launches forward, but like the combo you get is like, I don't know the exact combo, but like she just fucking chunks out damage, and then you get wall bounce, and yeah, it's pretty good. But even then, like Anila's one of the worst characters in the game, so it's not like it's like broken or anything.
Yeah, like game changing or anything.
Yeah.
We had a little foreshadowing, but she's not the only person who has this problem. This is Milia's old 2D. Milia's old 2D. But to be fair, okay, for people who don't know, there's a whole category of this. Basically, Milia's old sweep, this is like from season 1. So her old sweep was -11, so it was punishable by just like everyone's reversal. But she's not the only character that had that. So for, another common one is like Anji, like Anji's fusion.
Yeah.
If he does fusion to a character with reversal and he doesn't cancel it right away, then he's screwed, and he kind of has to go into the low, but the low is also punishable, so he's like kind of screwed. There's a couple characters that had this problem on launch. I just picked Milia because it was easy to find, because I was trying to look for Anji for another video once, and I have never, and rightfully so by the way, it is maybe impossible to find like a season 1 Anji doing fusion nothing, because I mean, of course, because he dies.
Yeah.
He dies if he doesn't. This was a pretty big problem of some characters just had like, and the sweep is like the most obvious one, like characters having moves where like there's just an answer, and then other characters just like getting to be plus for no reason, or getting to like cancel into something for no reason, or maybe not no reason. I mean, the developers were like, okay, this character does this, that character does that. All of these are gone in this game right now. And on top of that, if you're newer to Strive, because I know people started in season 3, yes, there used to be a gap between Lust Shaker, and they have sped up Lust Shaker like twice, I think. Yeah, so that you're not like, if you want to cancel, you can cancel like safely, the way Chip does. The way Chip does like sweep into his Rekka 1. The big thing, the biggest pain here specifically is that she has no other way to really combo off her low in a safe way. So it's like, I could do overhead or low, but this interaction is really odd, because to do the mix-up, you have to do something that's really punishable, but you have to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you do have to do it. It's not about like standing or crouching. Like here it's per game essentially. So I have this thought of, oh, I should do low because he's gonna die anyway. Like it's a pretty big risk for him to actually like try to hedge his bet and just block low and like get hit by high. So I'll go low type thing. And this was just far more common in season 1 than it is now. Now there's not really characters don't have like solutions to their pressure the way they did in like season 1.
Yeah,
which I think is a good change.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm looking at this clip. You could have just done 2K into nothing, right? The 2K would have killed, so there's no point in doing the 2D.
True.
He was on that silver health.
True skill issue. And then later, so a little later, you know, going in,
Okay.
mixing a kajillion times. Right? 2K2D, RC,
RC
so
back.
super me.
Hey, you could have RC4 kept on the pressure.
Yeah. No, but I was like, oh snap, he blocked it. I gotta just get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And you know it's bad because it got buffed.
Back to Grand Blue. I was thinking about like, cause you know Dash H's they're more system, so like there's no like one. I don't know what the worst Dash H is because there's so many of them that just don't get used, right? So I was trying to think of the worst moves, and there's two of them. I think by far the worst move is actually Belial, which is kind of weird. Belial is considered to be the best character in the game right now. Yeah, one move that they very rarely you'll see Belial players go for this, right? It's a 30 free frame command grab. So like it's a little gimmicky, but like because he has so many other options like this and you know, like just stagger pressure that, you know, occasionally you want to throw it. This is like a once in a set kind of move, right? He actually has two other versions of this. So he has a light command grab, 34 frames. It's okay, right? But it doesn't like lead to as much damage or like as good of a knockdown. And like you almost always want to use EX because like who cares if your command grab goes on cooldown, right? You're gonna get it back and you're not gonna be doing it again. This is a medium command grab. See, let me know down in the comments below if you could react to this. 46 frames.
He goes for a stroll. I mean, he's walking. Does it look like? Does he walk like that normally? No, right?
No. Well, you can like tell
really.
because like you see the arm like goes back and whatnot. Also, like no one just walks in your face, right? Because you have dashing. Like let's say I'm going for a throw, like I'm dashing like this, right? I'm not just walking in for a throw. But you might as well walk for a throw because it's a lot faster than just doing this. Like even if this hits, like you don't even like get a good mix up after. So yeah, this move is just straight garbage. But I because I was up playing Zooey earlier, I want to include one of her moves. Her kit's a lot more complete than it used to be, especially back in vanilla. So this move is pretty decent. The idea is that it's just a quick get and move. It's safe, and it kind of works really well in tandem with this move, right? So this move is pretty slow, and it can be anti-aired for like a full combo, and then I just die, right? Yeah, so it can go over a lot of stuff like Belial's Fireball, right? And it can't necessarily punish our reaction, but you at least like you get a combo after. So this is actually like a pretty good move. You don't want to do it too often because like the risk reward is not in your favor, but it's good to like, you know, maybe you can sneak it in, take your turn, or you can punish something, right? This move's good to like catch people like trying to 2H, like trying to anti-air you because it's like, it's quicker, right? So like, let's say Belial's trying to like anti-air me, I can like counter hit him out of the startup, right? Now there's one other version of the move, and it's this medium version. It has none of the advantages of the light. It's very easily anti-airable. It's actually even easier to anti-air than the normal version. You don't even get a combo and it's not even your turn. So it's even, but like, you know, Zooey doesn't have the best like options to like take your turn here. So for example, like we got Belial on screen. If I set the dummy to on block, and I literally cannot beat this crouching light. And, like it doesn't matter what I do. Like not all evens are even in this game, right? Yeah. I'm still giving my turn away, just like I'm giving my turn away here. Yeah, on hit, you're only +4, which means you don't get a combo. So this move is also like never used.
Yeah. So even on counter hit, you don't get anything.
No. Yeah.
Pain.
Because it's multi-hit. So the first hit is counter hit, but then the way the system works is like if there's like more than one hit, it cancels out the counter hit. So like technically I could get a comp, like maybe I can like space it pixel perfect and they changed this so like it always homes in on them. So that means that's like they can always just anti-air it.
Yeah. That's like you would think it'd be a good idea, but like it screws some moves over, right?
Right. And like technically 45 frames, like bro, this is 3/4 of a second for that. You have 3/4 of a second to react to this move. You can get a combo on crouching, but like, how are you? Like, you have to like
crouching. Yeah.
Like you'd have to mistime your anti-air so bad. Like you have to be like a freaking asleep at the wheel. Like there's no way.
I thought actually this was gonna be a pretty hard video to make, because I was like, man, I'm like Strive Brain, so I was like, dude, they make like every move useful. Like they really want you to use every move, and then you're like, yeah, this is a game that's out now, and like this version of this move doesn't work, or that version of that move is like why would you use this when you have like the library? Like, I find it pretty interesting that these things still, for lack of a better word, slip through the cracks. Because I think it would be pretty easy. So for example, like I did this with Crofts once. We both used move from BBCF. I used Anarchist Guard Cancel, I believe it was. Yeah. And his defense is so shit, he can't push block.
Oh yeah.
Everyone has push block except for him. And then you do the guard cancel, but he's minus on hit. So you just do the guard cancel. They just hit you anyway. So in old game, I'm not gonna say that it's full of haha funny. This move is terrible, but like. You can find like
it's a lot easier to find. Yeah.
Where like I am low key like kind of interested in how many things just slipped through the cracks. How many things like this, like also when I got mad about like Baika not being changed and stuff, I was like, dude, how does she have all these problems, like far slash not comboing and like the 2H combo problems? If you play Baika, you know about all this stuff. And like you just don't fix any of it, but then on like another character you do all these things.
It's really weird. And like Granblue's actually done a really good job of like buffing underutilized moves. Like I showed, for example, the Anila, like Dash H got buffed and like some of our other moves got buffed. So the meme currently in the community is like Belial, for whatever reason, like he's been top tier since like the original Granblue, right? And they just keep like, even though they might nerf something, they just keep buffing him. So the new meme is that like they're gonna buff this move now. That's the next patch. Instead of nerfing him, they're just gonna buff this move.
There are a bunch of moves that you could pick from this, but as you know, we played against each other in this season 1. Nobody played Beerus. Maybe you tried Beerus. I didn't even bother trying Beerus.
Yeah, I saw this character at launch. I'm like, this character's ass. He looked cool, but yeah, he was not very good at launch.
Unpopular character on launch, and if you've been watching my channel for a while or my videos for a while, you would have heard me reference this move, but there was no footage. So like the main reason I'm picking it is just so that we have it in the record.
That was the move I was going to guess. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with his DP is that this is considered a Ki Blast. Anything that beats Ki Blast, which is the weaker projectile in this game. So the difference between this and like this projectile versus beam. So anything that beats a Ki Blast will beat this move.
I thought in this version for some reason it didn't even have invul. Like I thought like you could just.
I cannot tell you if this move is a DP or not. I'll be real. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm really not gonna pretend. It took them years to fix this. Like just anything that beats Ki Blast will beat this move. Like
I see what you're saying.
It, like.
Wait, what if you just like run up and jab him?
If you hit him.
Oh, so he actually does have invul. But wait, can you do like a safe jab or something like against that? Yeah. So there's more ways to beat it? Okay.
And the thing that's like really rough about him having a DP this bad on launch is their characters like the enemy. You might not know, but my first video to hit 20K, I was very proud of this, is a rant about Adult Gohan, because I hate him a lot. People, this is one of those we learned history because you must not forget type moments.
So we can prevent from happening in the future, you know?
He has, for all the Strive people who like play Guilty or Strive, you all complain about DPRC. You can call assist after your invincible reversal and just keep going. And it took them, I think they kept it in the game for like a whole year before they got rid of DP assist. A character like Adult Gohan to have DP, invincible DP, into assist. And then Beerus has a DP that does not work. And people say like moves don't work, but his DP literally does not work. I had to include it in a terrible moves list in a visual fashion.
Yeah, Adult Gohan is cheap. I don't even know why. I understand why that was your first 20K video. I hate that character with a passion, bro.
I know. That, see, we got another person to sign on. We have it on record.
The amount of like, because even if you like tried the backdash, didn't the assist still come out or something?
The way you would fight against this, if you didn't play like Gotenks or like Piccolo or like Ginyu, was like you had to jump over his DP and then like super dash it from behind before the assist comes out. Very cool. But yeah, that's my last one. Thanks for coming on. Let people know where to find you.
Appreciate you having me, LordKnight, and the Monastery, of course. You guys can find me at Diaphone, so YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, come check me out if you're interested in not terrible moves.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. As usual, shout outs to the patrons as well on Patreon. If you're interested in that, I do like early video releases there. Sometimes I let people know how I work on content, process, things like that. I try to do viewer request videos. There's a bunch of stuff over there, so go check that out.